Okay, we are so excited that you guys are joining us for this really fun challenge. And we're calling it the 10 lose 10 pounds in the 10th month health challenge. And although not everyone is working to lose those 10 pounds, not everybody has that weight loss need, but there are a lot in that category. So we're going to make it really fun. And I know we're here to support each other and build healthy habits for life is what the focus truly is. So we're going to set the tone of our group and of this challenge, focusing on progress, not perfection, and connecting. We really want to connect with all of you. So why this challenge really matters, I think we all have to really have mindfulness around this and really think about it, because it's not just going to smack you in the face. We have to take time to do that. And that's what's really nice. So the person who invited you to the challenge, I would love to encourage you guys to reach out and not only make sure that you've registered so that they can connect with you and make sure that you are getting the information, but also so that you can do a goal setting session for the challenge. And we'll kind of talk about where to put that goal. But, there were several different things that as we've been filling out the registrations, I've been collecting different things people have said. One of the biggest struggles we've heard is consistency to making time for self-care and overcoming the sugar cravings. Someone also said that they struggled with comfort food and portion control, which I think resonates a lot with us. And, I want you to think if you can relate to any of these challenges, because especially moving into this season, here we are October, but this is the beginning of quote unquote the holiday season. And by is it January, New Year's Day, that people gain 7 to 10 pounds over this course of the next few months. And so, where can we create intention and clarity around our goals? So we'll do that with those who invited us. And then as far as getting you guys to learn a little bit about the calendar that we're working with. Now, this is optional to track, but for me, I really feel that it helps me like check the boxes on some of these so that I'm more mindful around these areas. And also, we have a cue, habit, and reward within our system to create any habit. And when we have that reward, it can be the check mark. Like there has to be some type of award to create that new habit or the consistency of that habit. So I'm going to share screen real quick and share with you this page. This is our calendar that we have here. Now I've highlighted, actually, let's start with the goal. So right here is where I wanted you to put your goal for the challenge. And, identifying some of the quote unquote problems or the hardest parts for you when it comes to getting healthier and how we can set up goals to work within that system to give us a better lifestyle. So we have the goal to put here, and then we have these green highlighted areas. This is where we're going to put our weigh in and record so that we can track our own progress. And there's no need, we're not like doing prize money or anything like that. So just kind of like having that keeping promises to ourselves and like celebrating you. Like it is an important part of your health journey is to learn how to celebrate the wins. And so we have those going on for the greens. And then this purple one, we want you to save the date for October 23rd. We're going to do a webinar, and it's demystifying myths. And it's going to be so good because if we don't understand these myths, a lot of times they can send us sidetracked into expectations that don't really serve us. And then that cycle starts again of frustration and like really struggling in our health. So I also wanted to point out that over here on the left side, we have this October challenge Google Doc, which I'll go over next, but I want you to know that's where the link is located. So if you print your tracker just like this, then you can scan here and it will take you right to the information for the challenge. But this is a great tracker piece. And so if you've tracked or you printed out your tracker, go ahead and put it in the chat. I would love to hear that. And then also, I wanted to go over on the left side, we have week 1. I'm going to go over the quick topics that we have. Week 1 is your why and water. So Christy Peterson put a video into our group chat, and we'll just do one of these short videos that are 3 minutes per week. So it just kind of sets the stage. So watch that, and then you can even share your takeaways from that or what goal you'd set for this week according to that habit, whatever floats your boat. And then week 2, the mindfulness, stop, challenge, and choose. that is such a great topic for sugar. And if you have decided to do some things around not having sugar. And then week number 3 is exercise and muscle growth. So your longevity is directly correlated with your skeletal muscle health. So we're going to be talking about that. Week 4 is blood sugar balance. Such a great topic. I tell you, this is so much to do with energy levels. And then week 5 is healthy sleep. So we're going to have so much fun with this challenge. And we're wanting to also go over this Google Doc real quick. We're going to add to this each week, and I'm hoping to start highlighting it in orange once we get the new week so you can go to it quickly. So here's this Zoom link that we were using today. This is where we will also post the link for when we have the webinar on the 23rd. And right here, so we're welcoming you, and then what to expect. So we have our weekly healthy habits, and then we have our optional tracking sheet. Here's the printing to print it out, the link for that. And then we have our support group. So we have what I wanted us to utilize the most is a chat thread. And if you've ever used a messenger chat thread before for a challenge, sometimes there's some celebrations a little bit late at night or throughout the day if you're working. So if you need to go to the settings and click mute because of your sanity that you need that. So just feel free to do that if you needed. But we have that group to cheer each other on. So celebrate your own wins, and you can ask questions in there, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. And then we also have something that is so powerful that when you talk with the person who invited you to the challenge, they're going to let you know that you have access to a really cool 15-minute daily win Zoom. Now, if you are lacking motivation, which I know there's some in this group, if you're lacking like understanding how to see these wins that you're having, or if you're wanting to learn a little bit of education about healthy habits, joining this win call is like packed with amazingness. And one other bonus they help us with is to learn how to breathe a little bit better. They do a little tiny segment on breathing. So, and it's not corny. It's like so good. You're going to love it. So you can choose to share, or you can be a fly on the wall when you participate. They have 2 times. So all the information is accessed right there. And then as far as the no sugar option, so you guys, not everybody wants to do this, and that's totally fine. But there are some who are like, what would my life be like if I didn't have candy or sugar or whatever during the month of October? I don't think I've ever done that. So we're going to have some fun and invite those who would like to join us for taking away the sugar and, pausing on that. And really what some of the benefits that will come is your brain gets clearer. You also, the cravings and urges kind of stop because you've made that decision that you're not going to do it. It means you cut off the other options when you make a decision. And so if you want to do this, like learning that you can do it, like that's a cool thing. And then also a lot of times it helps with energy levels because you're not having these big crashes. I mean, there's a lot of benefits by not having sugar, and then also it will help you with your health goals for sure. And so just kind of consider that being a fun idea that is something that we could do together. So for week 1, I just wanted to point out that, again, we will be implementing each week. We'll have a different topic. And here is the week 1 information. Now, over here where it says optional links, we have these optional links that you can click this like YouTube video right here and watch it. It's not the video that Christy did here. And so these are going to be some great resources. We're also going to have like recipe links and just some other really cool stuff that we'll put in these optional link areas. And so we'll have a topic, we'll have the habit we're working on, what you'll learn, tips for success, how to stay engaged, all of those things. Another fun thing, any questions about the Google Doc or the calendar? I want to ask that first. Anybody can just come off and ask. Or put it in the chat, either way. So if anybody has questions, come off, don't hesitate. And I'll keep going. So just feel free to stop me if needed. As far as involving others, you guys, you will be more likely to reach your goals if you're involving more people into this process. So we're just having fun, and anybody can come and they can do their own thing, or, whatever. If they need some guidance, we have that for them. But that's going to be a really fun thing if you invite your friends to do it. And if you do, just let the person who invited you into the group, let them know so that they're not like, who's this person? And nobody's like just watching their back if they had a question or whatever. So we would just love to know who they're connected to. And then as far as clearing the calendar, I kind of mentioned it again. I just really think that there is power in coming live. So clear the calendar for October 23rd at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Again, we're going to talk about demystifying myths. So as far as wrapping up, remember that this challenge is all about making these small habits that are sustainable, and stay connected in the group. I would love to hear from everybody every day in sharing their win or sharing a quote or whatever it is for you, but just feel welcome in our chat thread. And then we're going to just make some movement together within our health goals. So connect with the person who invited you to do that goal setting session. And if anybody's done that, go ahead and put it in the chat, which is awesome. Maybe I'll run a poll for that. I'll be running some random polls. So we'll do that. And then does anybody have, this is the time, I just wanted to leave a minute or two to answer any other questions or takeaways or other things that you want to mention about the challenge. Does Chrissy or Stephanie have anything they want to add? Or Tammy? Or Jen? Or Nick?
I'm just excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it really sets the stage for the holidays when you focus on these habits this month and with all the sugar everywhere.
I know. And it really is. And it's like because I've done this challenge in the past years, it's been so much easier for me to go through October. Like I kind of look forward to it because I'm having fun and I have a friend who's hanging out with me, and then I can be like, no, I'm not going to have that. And not because I can't, but because we're doing something fun, and it's more fun than this moment of sugar that lasts for 30 seconds. So we're also going to be talking, I didn't really mention this, but we're also going to be talking about urges and cravings and our relationship with food and sugar. So that's an awesome thing too. And I'll mention what Jen said. She said, it's great to launch into this following Atomic Habits Challenge. Yes, from transferring from our Atomic Habits Challenge that we just did, and then moving into this next challenge where we're kind of keeping those habits going and continuing. So, and if anybody needs or wants some good reading material, we have the first 3 elements of this book that you can have access to, and it will be given out a little bit later within the challenge. Or you could order this used off Amazon now, because if you want to know how to have energy and do it through food, not caffeine, like I'm telling you, blood sugar balance is where it's at. So this education is imperative for my clients. I tell them, if you don't want to gain your weight back, you got to read the book, because we've got to change the way we think and learn more about education. So this life book is a great, great resource for you as well. So I'm just going to let everyone enjoy their evening, and thank you for joining us. And we're going to just have so much fun together. So have a great night. Thanks for coming. And I'll post this link in our chat thread. So thanks. I got to stop the record too. Well, that takes me a second. Okay, here we go.